In this video, I'm going to start a new chapter. The name of the chapter is Ratio and Proportion, Comparing Quantities, Part 1. Hey guys, I'm SUFIA. Welcome back to my channel. And this chapter is a very important one because apart from your school exams and almost all competitive exams, this concept of ratio and proportion are used in their questions. This is an introduction video, and I have divided this introductory video into two parts. So let's start understanding key concepts of ratio and proportion step by step. So let me start with ratio. What is a ratio? I think you all have found it in your earlier classes. Ratio is basically a comparison of quantities. Suppose, for example, if I take this scale, can I compare it with itself? No. For comparison, two or more things are required, we know. Again, if I take this scale and this book, can I compare one scale and one book? This time also answer is no. We can't compare a scale with a book. Again, if I take another scale, now you tell me these two scales, whether they can be compared or not. Yes, these two scales we can compare, and regarding their length, regarding their color, regarding their weight, which one is longer, which one is white, which one is black, which one is heavy, which one is light. So these things we can compare if they are of same kind. Yes, we can compare one scale with another scale, one book with another book, etc. And this comparison may be regarding their length, breadth, height, weight, anything, price, etc. But the most important thing is that both the quantities should be of same kind and have same unit. Otherwise, we can't compare them. And here is the definition of ratio. So, what is a ratio? A ratio is a comparison or relation between two quantities of the same kind and in the same unit, dividing one by the other, and a ratio has no unit. This is the definition of ratio. And if A and B are two quantities, then their ratio is A, we write like A is to B and is equal to A by B, but provided B not is equal to 0. And this A is called antecedent. Antecedent, and B is called consequent. This is consequent and A is antecedent. But this is not enough to know the ratio, because there are some confusions faced by some children regarding ratio. Let me explain it elaborately. Let me take an example. Ratio of distribution of pens between Raju and Tuli is 2:3. What do you mean by this? I know many of you will think out of 5 pens, Raju will get 2 pens and Tuli will get 3 pens, isn't it? But if I say no, this one is not the correct answer. According to me, Raju will get 10 pens and Tuli will get 15 pens. If the ratio is 2:3, then which one will be the correct answer? So there is a big confusion faced by many students. So guys, now I'm going to show you, I'm going to clearing your all doubts about this and showing you which one is the correct answer. If I say distribute 25 pens between Raju and Tuli, where Raju gets 10 pens and Tuli gets 15 pens, what's the ratio? What is the ratio? Correct. Ratio will be 10:15. Ratio, what will be the ratio? Ratio is equal to Raju gets 10 pence and Tuli gets 15 pence. So the ratio is equal to 10:15. So this we can write as 10/15. Now I'm cutting it with 5. 5 2s are 10. 5 3s are 15 is equal to 2/3 is equal to, this again can be written as 2:3. Right? So ratio is 2:3. So what have we found? We found that 2/3 or 2:3 not necessarily just 2 and 3 always. Rather, the quantities are in the form of multiples of 2 and 3. Multiples of 2 and 3. Because when their ratios are 10:15, then also we can write it as 2:3. And if the total number is 25, then we can write 2:3. And if total number is 5, then also we can write 2:3. You see, I'm writing here, I'm showing you. Suppose total thing is equal to, in this case, 25. Then their ratio is equal to 10:15. So the ratio is equal to 10:15. Then also we can write is 2:3. If again total is equal to 5, then also ratio is equal to 2:3. If total thing is equal to, suppose 15, ratio distributed like 6:9. Ratio is equal to 6:9. Then also you can write is 2:3. So in all cases you see ratios we can write as 2:3. So these are multiples of 2 and 3. You see 10 is also multiple of 2 and 15 is multiple of 3, 6:9. These are also multiple of 2:3 and 2 and 3 respectively. So that means when we get a distribution 2:3, this is not necessary that every time these things, total things are 5 out of 5, they are getting 2 and 3. Because their ratios may be 10:15 also, which is in simplest form we have got 2:3. 6:9, if in that case also we are getting ratio 2:3. So if total number of things are given, then only we can say that exact numbers. Otherwise, by seeing the ratio only, we can't say. If total number of things is given 25, then we can say exact number of this 10 and 15 distribution. How many pen did Raju get and how many this Tuli. Then only we can say 10 and 15. Otherwise, by seeing only 2 and 3, if only ratio is given, we can't say that Raju gets 2 pence and Tuli gets 3 pence. We can't say like this. If total number of things are given, then only we can say like this. Otherwise, by seeing the ratio, we can't say these actual numbers of distribution. Understand? So let's move on to the next step. Let me describe some terms related to ratio. Number 1 is simplest form. A ratio is said to be in its simplest form if its terms, that means two terms, antecedent and consequent, have no common factor other than 1. Okay. So let me take an example. 25:100. And this can be written as, we know, A by B 25/100. This is equal to, if we cut this with 5, 5 5s are 25, 5 2s are 10, 0. Then again I am cutting, 5 1s are 5, 5 4s are 20. So this is equal to 1/4 is equal to, we can write 1:4. So this is the simplest form. This 1:4. This is the simplest form as we are not getting any common factors. Any common factors which we can cut numerator and denominator other than 1. Okay. So this one is also called the ratio in the lowest terms. Okay. We write like 2:3. Then this is equal to, 2/3. This can be written as 2 into 2 by 3 into 2. You see, if I cut 2, then we are getting again 2/3. And this one also we can write 2 into 3 by 3 into 3, so on. So, because if we cut 3, 3, 2, 2, then it remains the same only, 2/3. Therefore, we can write 2 by 3 is equal to, this is 4, 3 2s are 6, this is 2 3s are 6, 3 3s are 9, etc. Hence, what have we got? 2 is to 3 is equal to 4 is to 6 is equal to 6 is to 9. These 2 3 is to 3, 4 is to 6, 6 is to 9, these are called equivalent ratios. So here is the definition of equivalent ratio. Ratios which can be expressed as one common ratio in their simplest form are called equivalent ratios. Alright, so that's all about a ratio. But one more thing, two quantities of different types also can be compared, but in that case we tell it as rate. Okay, and you will get it in afterwards in higher classes. So let's move on to the next topic, which is proportion. Okay, so that's all, and thank you guys so much for 100 subscribers. Yes, I have reached more than 100 subscribers, and it really means a lot to me, and I'll keep trying my best on this channel and hopefully get the support I need to make it to 500 subscribers. And thank you once again. Stay home, stay safe.